traffic lights. Weeylite sent me this Ninja20 200 watts light to review, and I've been using it for both my YouTube videos and professional jobs as well. I can say that I'm pretty impressed. So before we continue to review this light, I am not being paid to say anything. This review is my honest opinion. So that's it. Now, the Weeylite Ninja20 is a 200 watt light. That means that it is extremely bright. Right now it's set at 1%, and you can already see that it is crazy. It can produce up to 79,000 lux with the lampshade, which is included, this guy, and is very sturdy built. There's also a silent mode on it because right now the fan is on and I have my microphone connected to my chest. I don't know if you can hear it. If you do, you simply press one button and the fan goes off. Furthermore, you can dim it from 1% all the way up to 100. I have actually not even used it at 100% yet because it's so strong that you don't necessarily need to have it at 100%. Now, when would you need to have a light which is so powerful as 200 watts? That could be in occasions where obviously you have a softbox, a huge softbox attached to it. Let me put it out of the way. I'm going to connect it soon. I'm going to connect it now. And on the Ninja20, you do have a standard bounce mount, so you can easily change modifiers like this lampshade, which is included, as I mentioned, or connect a huge softbox. Well, this is the size of the softbox. So now the Ninja20 is set at 1%. The Ninja 400 was also set at 1%, so the light should be similar, although I feel like this one is a bit weaker. You can control it with your phone. It works with both Android and iPhones. So as you can see on my phone here, it's set at 1%. Let's turn it up to 100 and see what it looks like. 100%. Now, this softbox has a double diffusion, so there's a diffusion both inside and outside to remove a spotlight effect. And it's got a grid on it as well. Let's turn it a bit down. 15%. That looks all right. You can also control it with a remote, which is this guy, RC11. This remote is not included, so you might have to purchase that apart, or maybe you got it when you purchased another Weeylite light. So it does work with the remote or the phone. You also have the option of controlling it with a DMX console, so you can connect many lights and control it with that one. That's something that I don't do, but at least you have the options. There are both in and out DMX on the lights. You also have some effects included, which very few of us actually use. There's 6 effects, and that can be broken bulb. And the thing is that when you use the app, it's not necessarily what says on this app, because there are other lights that has more effects included. So whatever I put here now might not necessarily represent exactly what effect you will get on the Ninja 200. Let's switch that off. It's daylight balanced at 5600 Kelvin, and the color rendition, the CRI, is 95 plus. So the colors you get and the light you get from this light is very accurate. And as mentioned in the beginning, I have used it for a professional shoot, and I was very happy with how the colors and the light performed during that job. Speaking of that job, one thing that is not included here is a carrying case. It just comes in a cardboard box, so if you do need to take it to a shoot, for example, you do need to have a separate kind of carrying case. I just put it in another one that I had from before, and I mean, it's not a problem, but the case is not included. It's not a small light, like for example, this guy, the Ninja 200. This is very small and portable, and you can even power it with batteries. The Ninja20 is maybe a little bit smaller than the Godox SL60W, which is a very popular light. However, of course, the Ninja20 is much brighter than the SL60W. Now, when do you actually need to have 200 watts of power. It really helps if you are in a situation that you cannot necessarily control the light. For example, if you have the light behind you and you want to light up your subject, a 60-watt lamp might not be powerful enough. I tried with an 80-watt lamp and I had to change it to this 200-watt lamp because you do need to have a lot of power if, for example, you have very powerful light sources behind the subject, like the sun. Oh, my ears popped. Why? If you are in a controlled situation, a studio or your little YouTube studio, like I am now, a 60 or 80-watt lamp might be enough for you. However, I do prefer to have some extra power in my lights in case I want to shoot, for example, slow motion. If I film 120 frames per second, a 60 or 80-watt lamp might not be powerful enough. So I do prefer to have as much watts as I can. So I do have the option of shooting slow motion, even up to, for example, 300 frames per second. The power cable that is included is a typical power brick, where the length from the brick itself to the power outlet is about 3 meters, and going from the brick to the light itself is only about 1.5 meters. And in my point of view, that is too short because the brick keeps on dangling, which for creators can be very confusing because it might be easy that that light comes off. Now, this light do have a clamp on it so that the cable will not come out easily. However, that's something that all brands should take into consideration. Just make the cable going from the light to the power brick at least 2 or 2.5 meters long, please. But again, if you don't need a super powerful light, you can go with some weaker ones, like mentioned earlier, the Ninja 200, which is much smaller. I'm gonna use it a lot. I'm gonna use it both for YouTube videos and professional shoots. Check out the link below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.